Jesus Christ, reading this thread, I can't help but think my own personal whateveritis might be one of these. Quick rundown of what's going on. Tall, dark man, wears a plague doctor's mask. Comes to me every night between the hours of 3 and 5 AM. I can't speak, move, etc. I can only move my eyes. He stands right at the side of my bed mostly. Sometimes he's hovering directly above me. I can't always see him perfectly. He fucking talks to me, usually about my activities or general thoughts throughout the day. For example, he asked me about my writing, what I want to do this summer, how I'm going to live after I eventually move out, when I'm finally going camping, etc. He knows I can't answer and just prattles on for maybe 10 minutes a day, usually gives me sound advice if I need it. He even knows when I've told people about him, and he has called me out on it before, but doesn't mind so much. This has been going on since August 2011, and only in the last 6 months has it become a nightly thing. Used to be every couple of nights. I've also had some really fucked up paranormal encounters, where he's come to me after the fact and told me things about what it was I saw / heard / whatever. Sometimes he'll even warn me before I go to places, or tell me about things I didn't even know was near. I don't think he's evil by any means, but I can't really say he's my guardian or some shit. He just seems like a friendly passerby that won't leave. Pic related, it's the closest thing Google Images had to him. December 2011. A friend of my mother's is moving into a new house. Her husband is away on business, and she's pregnant. Asked me to help unload stuff. Set her house up and clean. The neighborhood isn't great, so she asked me to spend the night, because she doesn't want to risk anything happening while she's alone. I get an airbed on the first floor in the living room that has this sliding glass doors leading into the backyard and no curtains to speak of. The house has been giving me the creeps all day. Lots of clunking and shit coming from all the pipes. Can't sleep. End up laying there until about 1:30. There is literally no sound coming from anywhere. Suddenly, I hear the slide door opening to the kitchen 20 feet away. I'm frozen fucking solid in a cold sweat. I can hear load shuffling, heading upstairs. Pretty sure it was the plastic grocery bags. Goes up and never comes down. Don't sleep. My doctor friend visits at his usual time. Says only one thing to me. Don't move. I can see him sort of glide off into the other room where the staircase is. A minute later, there's this ungodly screeching coming from upstairs, followed by a violent clunking of the pipes from earlier. Don't sleep all night after that. The next day, the pregnant chick wakes up. Her own airbed was on the other side of the living room in the corner, and tells me I look like shit. Explained to her what happened last night. Calls bullshit, but is still a little freaked. Sends me upstairs with the baseball bat. Shit's a fucking mess. The windows were broken. There was a hole punched in the wall. Some of the boxes were ripped up by what looked like a dog or cat. The fucking toilet seat in the upstairs bathroom was snapped in half, and the back lid of the toilet was completely gone. Didn't find anybody or anything though. Call the cops finally. They tell us it was probably just some hobo looking for a place to crash. That day, the chick's husband comes home, and I go back to my own place. That night, when the doc comes for his nightly checkup, he tells me I was lucky I didn't open the closet while I was up there. Don't even fucking go back to that place. July 2012, the couple moves out. 3 weeks later, some dude is killed at the place, and it makes the local paper. Clawed to death by a bear in the backyard. There was no fence, and the place is near the woods. Once again, the doc comes and tells me it was no bear. My fucking face during the whole ordeal. June 2012. Perfect weather to go in a woods. Decide to fuck it and camp behind my house, since it was a fairly woodsy state. WA. Gear up, go out, and set up camp about a mile out. All goes well until nightfall. Fucking shit, I forgot the flashlight. Why am I so autistic? Like an idiot, I go back to my house to get one. Easily make it back, even in the dark, because I've been out this way a million times. Grab flashlight and lantern, then head back outside through the back door. Standing at the edge of the woods is this motherfucker. Like, I don't even fucking know what it was. Certainly not an animal from anywhere around here. Long ass legs, down on all fours, skinny as shit. Long neck, no hair anywhere. It's standing right at the start of the path I always used to go in the woods. And it's looking right at me. Jesus fucking Christ, that is a big mouth. Slowly back up to the door, not taking my eyes off the thing. Open it up and go back inside. Lock the door, shove a chair in front of it, and turn on all the lights. That night, I don't even lay down or go to sleep. Doc comes anyway. I'm frozen in front of the computer. Don't go back. Don't go back to the woods for 2 days, leaving all of my shit out there. I grab a couple of my buddies to go with me, because I'm a pussy. We get to my campground, and there's nothing left but my torn up sleeping bag. No trace of anything else in the area. No footprints, no markings, nothing but the cotton from my gutted sleeping bag. Last week, trying to go urban exploring because I'm a dumb shit. Had this one place pegged for the last couple of months, but thought on X before about it. Pic related. Wait until nighttime. Grab gear. My camera's dead though. Picture's about 2 months old. Took it when I was out scouting for places. This is about half a mile away from my house, in the opposite direction of the campground in my previous story, so I figured there's no chance of running into it. The night before, the doc comes to me and tells me to be quiet. Spent all day wondering what the fuck he meant. Shrug it off and set out for the warehouse. Get inside. Loads of old equipment laying around. All rusted to hell and back because of the roof is shit and leaks like a horny bitch. Really deep inside, there's this makeshift skate park, ramps and crap made out of wood and chunks of concrete. Really wishing I had my camera right now. Suddenly footsteps. I duck behind a pile of crap in the corner by one of the doors. 2 guys walk in from the other side of the room, dressed in black, talking about I don't know what. Another guy comes in the door to my left with a black plastic bag. He greets the other 2 coldly and then throws the bag at them. The 2 open it up, whisper something to each other, and throw it back. The guy with the bag with a heavy Irish accent. All in the place for delivery! One of the 2 in the black just nods. The other has his cell phone out and is typing something. The Irish guy says, "It's been a pleasure, gents," then turns his heels and leaves on the way he came. The 2 guys in black just stand around for a few minutes, seemingly no fucking reason whatsoever for leaving. All this time I'm scared out of my mind, no idea what the fuck just happened. I wait just another half hour before leaving, just to be safe. When I get home I call the cops, but they never follow up. Trying to sleep that night was a nightmare. Didn't stop Doc. "You need to stop sticking your nose in where it doesn't belong. I know you aren't trying to, but simply you must put some effort against it." Still haven't bought a new camera, so I can go back to take more pictures. And I still don't know what the fuck the doc is.